Uh-oh.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you? There we are.
I'm good, and Annadale
And
And yeah.
and
hang on, let me pause this so that.
Okay, you're good now, Gary.
Okay, yeah, I
Hey,
think we got it
Des.
down pat.
oh my goodness, look at me.
You look beautiful.
You
Oh
absolutely
my
look beautiful.
goodness.
How are
Ah,
you?
well,
And
let's see. What does this say? It
what you
says you
got?
wouldn't understand. It's an Ann thing. I know.
That seems like a Gary thing.
Yeah, it does. So, Des,
Anyway,
are you better, honey?
where do you people live? Where do you live, Ann?
I live in northeastern North Carolina.
North Carolina and
Hmm.
peaceful Des?
I live in Florida, in northern Florida, the capital.
What part of Florida?
Tallahassee.
Huh?
Tallahassee.
I didn't
The
understand.
state capital, Tallahassee.
Tallahassee,
Tallahassee.
Florida.
Okay, near Tallahassee. Well, we lived in Florida in the Panhandle a lot, so
Yeah,
Okay,
Gary had mentioned that in the past.
that's
yeah,
cool.
I think the rest of Florida wanted to get rid of the Panhandle. Send him back to Alabama or somewhere.
Are you
Homeless
sure it's just
America.
Alabama, not Mississippi and Georgia too? Push it all up north?
What'd she say?
I don't know. I'm having
I
trouble
don't.
hearing with the TV on. And
Honey, can you mute the TV, baby? He must be asleep. Hold on a minute.
no,
I love that you. I love
Can
that
you
you still
mute
call
the
him baby.
TV? Your eyes are what?
closed.
And what were you saying now?
I wanted to know how you're doing, Des. Are you better, honey?
Um, the legs are still getting wounds from because I got an infection that attacked my legs, so it's
Oh
causing
no.
new wounds. But I'm slowly getting my taste back.
He's not in a foul mood, Mama.
I know I got in the
He,
sinus a little bit of a cough and sneeze coming, but my blood pressure is back to normal because it had dropped really bad. It went down to 108 over 40, with a pulse
Oh
of
my.
1. Yeah, and usually it's around 134 to 169 if I'm upset, but the bottom is always like normal. So hey Terry,
Hey,
so
Madwood.
that part of it is okay, and you know I didn't get it as bad as others have gotten it. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, good, good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
And
What kind of things do y'all do? What are you interested in?
well, I have a garden that we love, called the Land of Plenty,
Land
and
of pleasure.
no,
Oh,
the
plenty.
Land of Plenty.
oh,
Yep,
good.
the Land of Plenty, and
Oh,
we have chickens, and I do preserving and dehydrating, and I try to just put some positive
well, you
information.
sound like a real good country lady.
I have turned into that in these
Gary,
golden years.
Gary made us a garden about 2 years ago, and it was so much fun to have all that fresh vegetables. But then he got into YouTube, and then he doesn't have time for the garden anymore.
That's
Uh,
usually how it goes.
We can understand that.
what
I
about
can
you?
understand that.
What do you do, Peaceful Dad? What's your name?
My name is Desiree.
What?
Desiree?
Desiree. Okay. What
And
do
that
Yeah.
you
beautiful.
like? What do you do?
Well, I'm a single disabled mom of 3 adult kids, and I volunteer at my cousin's birth cottage. She's a midwife. So I answer the phones and make appointments, and then I don't have really a craft skill, and I have no yard for gardening. So
Oh, I see.
I just chit chat with everybody and do a live and hang out and talk about their day and crack jokes and
Yeah.
support other channels.
She brings
Oh,
peace in our lives. Everybody is welcome in Dez's lives.
I see. I see. Well, Gary's been trying to get me hooked up with this, and I have so little knowledge about this. You wouldn't know I taught in a computer lab for so many years, but
Judith,
one thing
you
about that though, if you're teaching computer, you're just doing that. You're teaching reading, and you gotta, certain things to do, and that's all you do.
Yeah, it's baby
but
steps.
yeah, but Judith, you are so far ahead of where I started. I had absolutely no idea, hardly I had to call somebody to learn how to turn my computer on. I
Oh,
mean,
listen.
that's how much I knew. So
Well,
you would be fantastic.
I didn't even have a computer till Devil Dog gave me this one. Did,
Oh, that was
did you
sweet.
know that?
I
He
did
gave
No,
not.
me. Now my husband, he's all big into computers, and uh, he does a lot of genealogy. I don't. That bores me.
that's cool.
I don't like that.
Well, it's
But
fun for a time.
well, yeah, but if you do it all the time, I mean,
Yeah, that
like
would be hard.
you know.
Mhm.
Anyway, he's been ill this year. He's had to had. I've had to learn to give insulin shots, and he's got a lot of physical issues. So I cut him some slack.
There you go. Well, you could just be everybody's mama on YouTube. You would be
Oh,
fantastic. Really, you
well, I'm
would.
old enough to be everybody's mama because I was born. See if you can tell me when I was born. I was born on the first anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to Google that.
I used to make my students look that up.
Mama
Okay.
Annie, your student though.
The first anniversary of
December
Pearl.
7th. Ooh, 1941. 1940. Woohoo!
1941.
That's when Pearl Harbor was, and
So
Yeah.
the anniversary is 42.
they thought that was bad till a year later I came along. So
So 42.
yeah, right.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You said the first year anniversary. I'm sorry.
So
Oh,
that's
well, I was born in 59. So, we're not that far apart,
I
really.
was
oh
10. I was
yeah,
10 days old when Kennedy was assassinated. So
you were
President
born about
Kennedy.
when I got married. So excuse me. Let's see, Desiree, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
That's a. I was just gonna say I was 10 days old when President Kennedy got assassinated.
Oh
Mm.
really?
Yeah.
We lived in Fort Worth,
Yeah, go
or
Google it again.
and when that happened.
Oh wow.
And I remember we used to drive through that area where he was assassinated.
Yeah.
And so, wow, you're a young chicken then. You're just a
I,
little young lady.
I'm 60. I'll be 61 this year.
Well, I'll be 82 in December.
Yeah, my dad's 83.
In fact, let's see, in 2 days, my husband will be 82. And
Ah.
I guess we're blessed to have endured this long, especially since we had Gary and Wyatt, and
Yeah.
all our young'uns. So,
You had all those boys. Did you have any girls?
well, when Gary was 12 years old, we had a daughter,
Oh,
and
my
she
gracious.
is the joy of my heart and the joy of
How
my life.
nice.
And then 2 years later, we had another son, and unfortunately, he passed away
Oh,
when he was
yeah.
about 26. He overdosed, and so
Gary speaks of him often.
yes,
Now he misses
yeah.
him.
Gary was real close to Jeremy.
Mhm.
Gary would take up for Jeremy when all the others were jumping on him, and I appreciated that about Gary because Gary and I had the same heart about Jeremy,
Mhm.
and I'll tell you what I believe. Jeremy he had been saved when he was very young, and he from time to time was a pretty devoted Christian. I mean,
Mhm.
I'm not saying you go in and out. I'm just saying
Right.
He's at times was very spiritual, and so I
Well, that's the
believe
hope.
yes, 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 and
That's the hope.
so I have peace about him, and
That's
so.
good. That's
But
good.
then Joy, now I'll tell you about her. She has. I don't want to take up all the conversation,
No, you
but
go right ahead, honey. This is your time.
well, Joy is now about 45 or 46,
She
somewhere
was
in there.
born in 1977.
77. So anyway, she had two children, biological children, two little girls, and they're about 13 and 15 now. But then they went to China and bought one from China.
Oh my gracious, how awesome.
They
That's
bought a
awesome.
little boy from China, and he
Technically, did they buy him? I don't think you
no,
buy children.
I was kidding about that. I was kidding. They adopted a little boy from China, and his
Yeah.
name's Jesse. And
Oh, how
then they
sweet.
became foster parents, and so they now have adopted one of their foster children. His name is Landon. Is that right?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and then they have another foster child. Well, Landon just came into the family, and
I
I
got
would love to show you the video if I can ever figure out how to do it. Gary Mike can help me, but if I can ever figure out to how to live stream the video when
you.
he
Hmm.
became our child, he
Yeah.
was in front of the court and he was standing there like he was on the uh, Academy Award stage, and he was standing there like this, just a clapping, like he
Aw,
was the
Oh.
only. And then he did this and ran off stage. Anyway, it's the cutest
Yay.
video,
that's
and I think
sweet.
it should go national for adoption.
My son and daughter-in-law adopted through the foster care as well. They had
Really?
they had a birth child, and then it was put on their heart to foster, and they adopted the little girl that was brought to their home. They got her at 9 months, and
Oh,
the girls, it's two girls, so they have a birth child and an adopted child, and they have the same birthday.
no kidding.
They're 2 years
That's
apart, but the
weird.
same day. Isn't that
Well,
crazy?
How old are they now?
Well, they're 10 and 8 now. But let me tell you a little bit of God was all over this. It was just crazy how big he was in this. All right. So there were a couple of other children that were lined up to come, and things fell through for them. And this little girl kind of shows up out of nowhere, little 9 month old strawberry blonde, cutest button. I mean, we were ready for any race, any handicap, anything.
Right, right.
And this perfect little strawberry blonde girl shows up, and her mother's name now, my daughter-in-law's name is Caitlin. Well, showed up being named Kaylee. That was her name that she came with, and um, she was born on the exact same day as her older sister, December 21st. And so they share a birthday. And
Wow.
God was just so ahead of the game and already knew what was happening for this little baby to be ours. It's just amazing. So
I,
I can understand that does touch your heart when
I'm
they're
telling you,
chosen children.
you would enjoy that video, and I'll if I can figure it out one day. Maybe I'll have to do it when Gary comes back. I don't know. Well, you're off today, aren't you?
I'm going in anyhow.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, anyway, I don't know anything about what we're doing, and whether I can hook up with you guys again, that would be wonderful.
well, for sure.
Uh, anyway, I see that Gary told somebody my name was Judith Dan.
No, Judith, and I was telling that to Dan. I should have put a comma.
Oh, oh.
Judith.
I wondered if I was Judith Dan. I mean, never know. So,
No,
Where did Dan come from? I see Judith
he said he
Roberts.
was talking to
Handicapped
Dan.
traveler.
Yeah, he
Handicapped
said he was
traveler
talking.
was Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
so I should have put a comma in there.
Hello,
Mamas are
Busby.
important.
Now I'm seeing something over here on the side that says Busby Adventures.
What's up,
Yep.
Busby?
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Busby.
You know, I this is a whole new world, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
It
It
is
is
fun,
fun.
isn't it, Des? And Judith, you're just gonna love it. Getting up here and chatting with your peoples. It's a lot of fun.
Well, particularly since I get real lonely. My husband watches a lot of TV, and we don't spend a lot of the same. We don't have a lot of the same interest, I guess, and so. Isn't that crazy after 61 years or whatever it was
Uh,
being together?
no, it's perfectly understandable.
But anyway, I think this is going to be fun. I'm excited about getting to know you better and uh,
Yeah. Well,
sharing.
what you said, Gary had a garden for you, and it was a lot of fun having fresh vegetables. And then he got into YouTube, which is
Yeah,
great. When you get into YouTube, you gonna be running out of time too, honey. So
I mean to tell you. Well, we spend about half of our time at the VA. We moved here where we are close to Gary a couple of years ago because, well, I had had cancer. And when I got over that, my husband got real sick and
mhm.
he had some heart problems and then he had diabetes. Well, we were living with my daughter in another town about 135 miles away. And I talk a lot too, by the way. Um,
Now we know where
anyway,
Gary gets it
Hey,
from.
let me just say I am my mother's son.
I
You
was
are
gonna
your
say,
mother's
I was gonna
child.
say, you definitely get it from your mama.
anyway, Joy was real good to take care of us, and I'll tell you a story about our trip to the cancer thing in a minute. But anyway, when she teaches school, high school, and teaches drama, wonder
Oh,
where she gets
she's
that.
my kind of girl.
Anyway, she had to teach school, so the two of Gary's brothers, Wyatt and Russell, we live out in the country, and we have a big lake here, and there's a lot of people on this property. And my two sons live across the lake, so and they work from home because
Okay.
they're real estate appraisers, and so they work from home. I mean, they can office at home. So
Mhm.
they were able to take us to all, and we're both veterans, by the way. And
Amen. Both
so
of you.
yeah, and we go to the Veterans Hospital in Jackson. So since the boys were available to take us to all these appointments, and we moved up here into this house that you see that
I love it.
Daddy built in '58 and I grew up here, but it was available and it was actually mine. So we moved up here where we could have transportation. I don't like to, I do drive, but I don't like to drive in that traffic early in the morning. So
I got
they,
you.
they transport, there are
Your
Uber.
Ubers. They're your Ubers.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
I
anyway,
think that's right.
that's why we're
Amen.
here.
Okay. Well,
And
it has worked well for you though, right?
it does, it does. I have a daughter-in-law who's a nurse and a sister who just retired from nursing. So we have lots of home care here. But
That's awesome.
I'm just talking too much. Y'all talk.
No, no. Our daughter is an RN as well, and she has helped.
Really?
Hmm. So we have
What is
a lot
she?
in common.
Now, what kind of nursing does she do?
Well, she is an RN surgical nurse. She also works for a senior, it's like a retirement center, but
Uh
it's
huh.
mostly a nursing home.
Uh huh.
She's a weekend supervisor there. This child, I mean, she's got two kids and homeschools and works three jobs. And
She
she's just,
homeschools too?
yeah, and
Wow.
she's just getting started in her local hospice program.
How in
And
the world does she do all that?
She's a juggler. She does, and plus, her mama helps her a little bit.
Oh yeah, I bet she does.
When when she has to work, I go down there, and
Uh-huh.
they live about a little over 2.5 hours from us, and so I go and stay when she has to work. Now, her
Yeah.
husband is in the Coast Guard, and so
Ah,
he can't just come and go as he pleases because
oh
being in
no.
the military, you have to
Right.
abide by their rules. And so that's fun. And so she does have a lot of help from her mama, I can promise you. Almost all next week, when I go on YouTube, I'll be down in Sneed's Ferry.
Oh,
And
I see. So you
yeah,
can, yeah, that's right. You can take your computer with you and all that. So
yeah, that's the
yeah,
thing.
that'll
Once you
be
get good
interesting.
in this, you'll be able to go live wherever you are.
Well, uh, I need
Wherever
to
you have
be, I need to be getting in here and cleaning up this house.
Oh, me
Uh,
too.
Russell does a lot of study in theology, and
Mm.
he came up with the idea to have a Bible study at my house
Oh,
with a neighbor, and that neighbor's never been to my house, and
oh no.
so I have, and I've got to get this place ready for company. So
It's
uh,
that first visit that's the kicker, isn't it? I
I
mean, once
thought,
they've seen it, you can relax, but they
well,
need to at least see it clean and neat one time before.
yeah, right, right. Well, I have a lot of stuff I need to take to the Goodwill. In fact, I've got a bunch of stuff ready this morning. So
Well, maybe
I might,
Gary will load up a load for you and
yeah,
take it.
yeah, yeah. I'm counting on that.
He loves his mama.
Only if he can put it on YouTube. That's that's his one requirement.
Well, he can. I mean, he can.
Sure he can.
Mom, I'm everything's good. I don't have to put everything on YouTube.
Well, you do have to work, don't you?
I do.
And he has a lovely wife. I know you've probably met Tammy.
I have met Tammy in person.
Oh,
Both of them
really?
have met Tammy in person.
No kidding.
Yes,
She is a sweetheart. She is
she's
a sweet.
adorable.
She is. She is. She's really sweet. I miss her. I wish she'd quit work so she could come spend more time with me. But um,
Well, you know
she,
how it is when you retire. You have so many more things to do than you ever had when you were
that's true.
working.
That is true. That is true. I do have a lot to do, but I unfortunately am getting lazier. I don't.
I was
My
just getting
kids
around
don't
to it.
think I'm lazy, but I think I am.
Yeah,
So.
me too. Me too. I think
Wayne,
you and I
you're
could be
82 years
fast friends.
old, almost.
I'm not nearly 82. You are. Your birthday's coming up day
Yeah,
after
but
tomorrow.
you're 81 years old.
But I won't be 82 till December. So just
So,
hold off.
when you're this old, 1 year doesn't make any difference.
Yes, it does. It makes a difference if I'm going to live another year.
There you go. Well, you
Right?
are. Of course you are.
Well, we'll see. Uh, Somebody's got a date written down up in uh, heaven,
Hmm.
and I don't know when it is, but when it comes up, that's when I'm leaving here. So,
There you go.
and
That's exactly right.
I haven't been privy to know the date.
They hadn't let you in on that. I don't think I
No,
want to know though, Judith. Would you really want to
uh,
know? I don't really want to know.
I don't know whether I do or not. I don't know what I would do different, you
Right.
know. So, just as soon not know, and also know the way. I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to know the way though. It might be bad.
It might be. So we'll just let that part be a surprise.
Right, 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 right.
The result is the same. It's wonderful. The result, the end result is glorious, but
That's the only thing that's important anyway. So
that's right.
it's where you're going when you leave here. So
Yep, that's exactly right. So what do you have planned today to do?
Well, I was going to
Yes.
continue my little bit of cleaning I started already. I got one bedroom done,
Wow.
and I'm going to just kind of organize things in here. And I do have something planned, and I told Gary I could do this on YouTube. We like to do preparing food.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if you've seen some of Gary's. We've done some YouTubes where we've made some food, and I have got a recipe for cheesecake that's so easy, it's pitiful, but
Yum.
it's real good. So I'm going to put that, I've already made the cheesecake, and I'm going to put it in a crust, and then I'm going to pour some raspberry pie filling on top of that.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
So
That sounds
that's
delicious.
the only thing I've got planned for today.
Thanks for coming in, Busby.
Uh, how
Well,
about
look, yeah. Bye, Busby. He's got to
some
check
a
back with
dog
Guys,
you.
take care,
to
hon.
take care of? What's that mean?
I'm sure to take care of his children.
Oh,
Yeah. So, Des,
uh,
what do you have planned today?
Me, I'm going to. I have to. Well, I can't go out right now because I'm still recuperating. But I need
Right.
to eventually get a box because I made 4 rag wreaths. So I need to ship them off, and then I'm just going to chill until my live tonight. Hi,
Okay.
Simon.
Well,
I
look,
have a little trouble hearing her. What is it she's going to do?
I
she
made 4 rag wreaths. Here,
drag reefs.
yep, I'll show it. Hold on.
Okay,
Okay.
good. And I want to hear more. Oh, look, there's the
Oh,
rag reef.
wow.
Those are
So
adorable.
I'm
Oh,
sending one of these to
that's
Tammy.
so cool. Is that
Oh,
what you do for a hobby?
Well, I did. I just started doing this. This is my. I've made a one for when did I make? 4th of July, one for fall, one for a friend of mine, and then I made 4 of these exact ones right here. So I have 4 of them for 4 different
okay.
people. So one's for Tammy, one's for Jamie and Eddie, Devil Dog, and then one's for Jerry and Susan, and one's for Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead.
And
Oh,
one
that's
for
so
Ann.
sweet.
Hey, well,
So
you know what? Did you ever do she got off.
Uh-oh, a little bit of feedback, Gary.
Did you ever do quilting?
I can't sew a straight line for my life.
Well, that's what I used to do. I used to make quilts, and I want to get back into that, but I've got so many squares that would be fun if I could share with you, but just
Oh,
scraps of fabric.
uh-oh, here
Yeah,
comes
I'll
the
just
man.
say you need to hook up
Uh-oh, here comes
Gary.
Pepper.
Gary, you need to hook up your mama with Mona.
You see that man there?
I see that man.
Hi.
I see your
Look at
man.
that
He's going,
handsome devil over
And
there.
you're gonna have to comb that hair if you're gonna be on here, Bob.
He
he
did.
does
He did.
he does
Well,
just
it
like
just
the rest
looks like
of us.
I didn't comb mine, but I did. So,
Yeah, me
Hey,
too.
that's the magic of a hat.
oh
Yep.
yeah. Did I give you that hat?
You gave me the other one. I got it out. I think it's out in the truck.
Yeah, I
Do you
like
want to
to.
wear a hat?
No, I like to get you police stuff, and which reminds me, how y'all hold on a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh
Mama's
gosh, I
always
thought
giving me stuff. Always
Gary,
trying to fool me. You know how mamas are.
yeah, I do.
Yes,
Hey, Rebecca. Oh, cool.
and
Oh, isn't that nice?
Aw,
I still
sweet.
hear a little
The
bit of
shape of a
reverb.
badge. That's really sweet.
Oh,
Let's
that's
see.
nice.
another little happy for you when we went.
You guys just see me with my hair up. That's why I'm covering.
See it now, but
There we go.
Well,
Dad's
we
got his
love
hat
to
on.
see your
You're a little bit
face.
spiffy, Dad.
oh, there you are with your hat on.
Here's an idea. Let's try. No, that probably wouldn't work. The computer is so low and it's hard to hear. My phone may be easier to hear. So why don't we try? I've got my phone, but I can't mute it for whatever reason. So why don't we try this? Let's try muting this one and turning the volume down. Y'all give us a second to try this.
Sure. While he's doing that technically, I think this is so fun to be able to meet your family, Gary. It's so fun.
Yeah, it
And
is.
and Des, I'm glad you're better, honey.
Yeah, I'm on the meds. You can still hear it a little bit in my head. My voice is a little
Yeah.
different, but
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Sounds good.
If you get one of those risks, then you know what
Uh-oh.
to do.
You guys are too close. You're breaking up again, Gary.
Yeah,
Oh,
she is.
that's
It's
probably
only
just
every other syllable. Hey,
Hi,
Beverly Mom.
Beverly.
So, Des, I want you to share about your Yes I Can barbecue.
That's confusing.
I'm going to
I
be
know that's why.
if you saw that Yes I Can Barbecue's post, so I'm going to
Yeah,
talk
hang on.
about that tonight on my live,
Okay,
and
good.
then I want people to grab the post from Simon and share it out to other channels. Put it on your community tabs and share it across
You want me to turn this
YouTube.
off?
Okay. He's muted both channels, but there was still some pretty serious reverb. So
Yeah,
when you say, what did you say? Yes, I Can barbecue's first name is
Simon.
Simon. So if we can all go over to Yes, I Can barbecue. I did see his or BBQ.
Ooh,
That doesn't.
Woo boy.
you take my hearing aids out.
Yikes.
Sorry about that.
That's another thing about my husband. He can't hear either,
Oh,
unless you don't want him to hear.
Right. Look, Judith, I've been married almost 45 years. We'll be 45 years in April.
let
And
me turn this back up.
I didn't think my husband could hear either until I was talking about him. Doggone, that man can't hear just fine.
Okay, and you are from, I'm going to write this down so I can remember. You're from
I'm
where?
from North Carolina, Edenton, North Carolina.
North
There's
Carolina.
There's still an echo, real bad echo, Gary.
I know the problem that I'm running into is I don't have. Let me check my audio settings, see if I've got echo cancellation on.
I wonder if this would be better on iPad.
No, we're not.
Oh,
Actually, it's better right this second.
Okay.
It's much better right this second. And
Well, the problem is I'm not. I'm on Momma's. Let me put this in here. It'll be easier.
Gary's always practicing on his lives. He is practicing and figuring out so that he can do all these things so the rest of us don't have to worry with him.
Well,
that's it.
Yeah. He's very helpful that
He's
way.
a good teacher. He's a wonderful teacher to help us know how to do things and what to do. I really appreciate
You know
it.
where he works?
He has
No,
told us
say
that he
where I
works
Huh?
we
as
can't
a
say where I work.
Oh, you can't say that?
No,
Nope, you can't
Can't
No.
say.
tell anybody?
no.
Well, can I tell him what it's like?
Well, you could, yeah, if you want to.
Hospital. I mean, like.
Mental
That's
health.
cool.
Yeah, they know I work in an insane
Well,
asylum.
that's where I met my husband. Was in a psychiatric hospital.
and were you both patients?
Well, that remains to be. That's confidential. Oh.
Oh,
I
I
used
love
to
Gary
tell my
too.
students that, and they couldn't wait to get to him and ask him the same question. Mr. Frank, where did you meet Miss Ann? And so they got a big kick out of that. They didn't know they were special ed students, and they didn't know what psychiatric meant. And so I'd go
Yeah.
like this, and they knew what that was.
So,
That's
Miss
cute.
Ann, do they call you Ann?
Yeah, Ann. Yeah.
Well, me too. So I knew we were
Unless
friends.
it's the IRS or somebody. And I'm getting to kind of used to Judith though, but I never was Judith before. But when I go to the VA, everybody knows me as Judith, and family depends on strangers or new people that I meet, or family calls me Ann.
Okay.
I'll go outside.
Gary's going outside.
Okay. Go
Oh,
fill that
Yeah, I think
yard,
he wants
boy.
to break up the connection so that you don't get the feedback.
yeah. Well, he's been real eager. He's been very generous and gracious to help me do this. And I wasn't all that
There
interested
you
in
go.
doing it, but I think it could be fun. I just don't have the whole day to do this. So,
Yeah, but coming in every once in a while is fun to see what people are talking about or what they're building or designing or
right,
crafting.
right. It's getting acquainted and you
Yeah,
get new friends. And that's
yeah,
something I've been needing because even though my sister lives across the lake, and I was looking forward
beautiful.
to being
It is
here and
beautiful.
spending time with her. She's real busy with her family, and so
Sure.
I get kind of lonesome here. Gary's showing you the lake out there.
It's
It's
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's our big lake. It's about 35 acres, and it's got a
It,
lot of
it's
good
only
fish.
30 now, Mama.
Huh?
It's only 30 now, from what I understand. They lowered the
Well,
level to, and I don't think it's. They put in a drainage system, I think, so that it would keep it,
oh,
lower. I think that has to do with keeping the dam um, intact, and they put some whatever it is, riprap around the dam to help make sure there wasn't any erosion.
well, there's
It
Okay.
used to be
a lot
35
of
acres.
good fishing in there, though.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
That's
still
good.
beautiful.
Very nice. We have a creek in our backyard that leads out to a sound, leads out to the Albemarle Sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, so how far are you from the water then?
Well,
I mean, from the
The ocean.
sound. How far are you from the sound?
we're not anywhere from the sound. Maybe, I mean, as a crow flies, probably half a mile.
Oh,
But
really?
on going on the roads, riding your bike or golf cart or in a
Yeah,
car,
yeah,
you got
yeah,
to go around your elbow a little bit. But
yeah.
yeah, we're right on. We're very close to the sound, Albemarle Sound, and then we're about an hour inland from the ocean. Can you hear me? Because Gary's a little bit loud. From the ocean, from the Outer Banks, Atlantic Ocean.
Ooh,
I'm sorry.
wow. That would
You're
be
okay.
so fun.
It
Oh,
is, but
we love to go to the beach.
yeah, well, because we live here, we don't take advantage of it as much.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just
my daughter is real good to take us places. We go to the beach quite a bit, and they took us to Pigeon Forge,
I
and
want to go there.
back in January, I believe it was. Anyway, we got up there and we were having a good time, but it got time to come home and it started snowing.
Oh my gracious.
Yes, and we got to Knoxville, Tennessee.
Hmm.
We only got an hour away from coming, when we left to come home, and it started snowing, and my son-in-law wouldn't drive in it, so we got stuck in Knoxville 2 days.
Oh my gracious. Well,
But
better
my
safe than
grandchildren
sorry.
loved the snow, though. They had fun.
Oh, how fun. I don't
Well,
drive in the snow either. I'm dangerous to other people, so I stay off the roads.
that's why my children don't like me to drive.
Because you're dangerous to other people. Uh-oh, mama froze up. Gary, how's the
Hey,
weather there?
Mom. Oh, it's fine. It's got to be what in the 60s, I think.
Yeah, ours
Um,
too.
I might need to go check on Mama's computer, make sure she's
Yeah.
okay. She may have. Hang
Uh-oh.
on.
She's a little bit back.
Oh, we'll add Rebecca to the stage.
Hi,
Hey, Miss
Hey,
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Well, I'm going to have to go here in a minute.
Oh, you
Okay.
you've got a hobby too, huh? You crochet?
I do.
Hey, Miss Ann, thank you for coming in. You're a blessing, and it's a pleasure to see you again. And hope, hey, at some point I'm gonna get Mama. I'm gonna try. There's some other things we need to do. I need to, become an admin on her channel so I can add her to my StreamYard, and then we can start putting up some stuff on her channel. So
I
it'll
know
be
what
easier
you're
for
talking
people.
about.
And what is your channel? Is her channel name going to be Judith Roberts?
I don't know. I have to
Well,
ask
well,
Gary.
I don't
He's
know.
doing all this.
Because I want to subscribe to you, honey. I want to subscribe.
YouTube Police's mama.
I don't know.
I would say Mama,
Mama
Mama Coco
Ann,
or
Mama
something.
Ann, is that
Yeah,
okay?
Mama Ann, that would be good.
That's cute.
Okay, well, let me write that down because I'll forget it. M-A-M-A,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mama
Yeah,
Ann.
I don't know. I always say MOMMA, but that's just
Oh,
me.
okay. I
I
like
say
that.
M-A-M-A. So if
Either
I
one
say
works.
mommy, then it's M-O-M-I.
That looks funny, though. Look at this. Look how that looks.
Well, maybe I'll have to. All right. Well, I'll have to. It don't
I
look
don't know.
funny to
It's
me,
just a
but
lot of M's and A's. That's
It's
all.
got 2 A's, yeah, at the end. Oh,
Anyway,
and Granny 14 says she wants to follow too.
okay.
I do too.
All right,
hey, Joe. Hey, Beverly. Hey, Granny
I'm gonna
14.
I'm gonna scoot out of here.
Granny
I'll be in the
14.
chat. Always.
Okay.
All right.
And Rebecca, I'm glad
Mama
to
will
see
have
you,
to.
honey.
Rebecca, where do you live?
Missouri?
Missouri. Okay.
Missouri.
Okay. Let's see. What do they say about people from Missouri?
We're the show me state.
Show me state.
Show me. Show me. There you go. Let's see.
Granny
You wouldn't
says she's
understand a man. Okay, well, listen, I'm going to have to get off of here, but I sure enjoyed my visit with you guys.
Had a
And
wonderful visit with you.
Beverly, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Where are you from?
She lives in Kansas. Well,
Kansas.
you can read.
Well, I
I'll
got
have
lots
to-
of places. If I get to traveling again, I got lots of friends all around now, haven't I?
There you go.
That's right. You may end up meeting some folks from Tasmania. In fact, I'd
Well,
count on that.
You have met a lot of them, Gary. In fact, I got a little bit jealous because Gary has abandoned us. No, he hadn't abandoned us, but
Hang on, let me show you something. Well, that's why
Gary
if
would
anybody
never
wants to,
abandon his
they can
mama.
subscribe to you. This is on YouTube.
I don't know if anybody wants to subscribe.
Well, several people have already said they wanted to.
Okay.
There. So most everybody on here is a. I'm gonna go back outside so the audio doesn't mess up.
Well, I'm going to have to get back to my. I already know a good bit about Anne and Desiree. Is that right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to spending more time with you. And I've given you my whole life, I guess. I told you everything I know. So
There you go. And Beverly lives in North Carolina. Also, she's in another North Carolina.
okay, all right. Well, I'm going to sign off of here. I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to try to sign off.
Well, Gary can come
Hang
in and
on.
help you sign off. Hold on for Gary. You just said, wait, mama.
There is
I'm
There's an X at the top of the computer. I don't know if I just click on that or what, but I'll see you guys later, okay?
All right. You have a beautiful day with
You too. Y'all have a good day and be blessed.
you.
We sure will.
All right. You are now managing
All
mod.
right. Yeah, I just made you a managing mod. After all, it's Mama.
Huh?
I'm just
You're managing mod.
Okay. What do I do here?
Hang on, I'll do it. Hey, thank y'all for coming.
Thank y'all for coming.
in live. So
I
Bye.
enjoyed it. Thank you.
Bye, Gary.
and
We'll
we'll
see you all
when
when we see you.
And
And thank y'all for coming in.
Bye.
And
I got it.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
gotta go.
I
Everybody
may
have a
not
great
be
day.
able to get back on here till Gary comes again, but we'll
Well,
see.
He'll
yeah.
I'll try.
he'll keep
I'll
on
try.
introducing you.
Bye bye.
Bye.